Hello YouTube, I'm back, and if you may notice, no, I didn't get a new webcam, same old one. I bought me a new computer. I got me a Dell laptop, and I'm real excited. I'm real happy about my new laptop and everything. More memory, more power. That's exactly what I need. Now, this video is going out to all my wrestling fans because I'm really having a bit of a problem with WWE. It's not as much as a big problem because the more I see it, the more it becomes a problem to me. Now, a few years back, I guess about 2 years ago, yeah, it's been about 2 years, one of my favorite technical style wrestlers, kind of probably committed one of the most shocking, violent acts that wrestling has ever seen. For those of you who know what I'm talking about the late Chris Benoit and his murder-suicide. Well, ever since then, and even after the tribute show, WWE has decided that they wanted to almost, in a sense, disavow anything dealing with Chris Benoit. They did not feature him in none of the new SmackDown vs. Raw games. I know for a fact that they're not going to put him in the Hall of Fame. And you hardly hear any mention of Benoit. But there is one thing that they still are using that is, in a sense, keeping the memory of Chris Benoit alive. And that is the Crippler Crossface, his submission finisher. Now, I've only spotted 3 wrestlers so far that have used the Crossface. 1, Triple H. 2, Shawn Michaels. 3, most recently, John Cena. Now, it is the Crossface because of one simple thing. He used the arm trap. Now, a lot of people wants to say, oh, it was a modified version of the STF. It was not no modified version of the STF. A modified version of the STF would have been if he used the inverted STF. Or he done something to where that he traps the Big Show's legs with his leg or something else. He could have done an STF around the ring post. He could have done it like that and still pulled it off. You know, an STF with a knee to the back, something, but not with an arm trap. Because basically, from what it looked like, it just looked like he got him in the Crippler Crossface with the Show's foot stuck in the rope. That's it. At best, you could almost say it's like the Crossface with the ankle lock, except the ring rope is doing the ankle lock. So I'm thinking to myself, why, since WWE has virtually disavowed anything dealing with Chris Benoit, why are they letting these wrestlers, especially the top wrestlers, use the Crossface? I mean, almost any move that was a signature of Chris Benoit at least should not be used, or should have been banned. The diving headbutt. Those few wrestlers still use that. The Crossface, which I just mentioned. The triple German suplexes. You know. I mean, come on. I mean, if you was going to do something like that, you would have made sure that your wrestlers did not use his moves. But, in defense of the move of the Crossface and in defense of WWE, you know, I mean, I guess the only reason why they have not banned it is because of the fact of its creator. It still works for WWE. No, Chris Benoit did not create the Crippler Crossface. Dean Malenko did. Actually, the story goes that while Benoit and Malenko were in ECW, Dean actually gave him the move of the Crossface. So by the time Chris came into WCW for the second time, he'd already had a submission finisher. And that was the one that Dean Malenko showed him back in ECW. So maybe that was the reason why, you have John Cena, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H using the crossface like that. Maybe so. I don't know. But I do feel is this. If you're going to use, and I understand the fact that, wrestling moves are not patented. They're not copyrighted. If so, I know Jake the Snake Roberts would have been rolling in some dough right about now. Chavo Sr. would have been rolling in some dough right now. Because everybody uses the DDT or one form or another. Everybody uses the moonsault one form or another, I mean, I know the family of Ricky Kushu would have been rolling in some dough because, even though it's known as the, however you want to, Scorpion Deathlock, Sharpshooter, Scorpion Hole, however you want to call it, that has been used all over. And I don't know who, I guess the family of Nature Boy Buddy Rogers, if that was the case, Nature Boy Buddy Rogers wouldn't even have to worry about coming out of retirement throughout the whole the rest of the 1960s and 70s and 80s, because up until after 1986, almost everybody was using the figure four as their finisher. You had about 5 different wrestlers. The figure four leg lock was their finisher. Some worded a little bit different, but it was still the same move. So, I understand that, wrestling moves are not copyrighted. They're not that exclusive. But if you know that there was a certain move that was just synonymous with a certain wrestler, and if the wrestler disgraced your company, I would not allow my other wrestlers to use that move. I simply wouldn't, unless I at least give some credit to the one who is it synonymous with. It's only fair. It is only fair. But this is my first video back. Glad to be back and everything. So, hope to be expecting more from me. Until next time, take care.